Time for NFL picks, ladies and gents. Fantastic. Every single Friday, every single game against the spread. As painful as it might be, and sometimes it really is painful, picking these games against the spread. Brought to you, as always, by our friends at Box Drop Syracuse and Play It Again Sports. Boy Green, good morning. How are you, sir?
Not great. My Jets just lost to New England Patriots as they've won 8 in a row, and they're likely going to win the AFC East. So I didn't enjoy being subject to that sort of stuff. That's abuse, and I called the police. They didn't respond. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring him in. Every week we talk to him. All right.
Sure.
He's our guy. He's our NFL insider. He loves to make these picks, but just like us, we just haven't been doing all that well this year. Although I don't know what Matt did this past week.
I'll let you know.
Matt Lombardo! Matt, how are you?
I think this might be the first week that I rightfully deserve to be on this segment. Now, I'm not a mathematician. I can't remember the last time that I, passed a math class in my life, but just going through the results rudimentary in my brain, I think I did okay last week. I don't think there's a poop emoji next to my name.
That I don't believe so. And I love it when Lurch doesn't know and then he's about to get surprised. As someone who counts them all up, you did halfway decent, I think. And let's go to it. Everybody, again, first off, like the video, hit subscribe. And if you go down to the YouTube description down below, you out in the audience can make your picks against the spread and prove you're smarter than us experts. It didn't look like that last week for the fans, so we'll see if you can step up the next 24 hours and change. That's available right there on our Instagram story. Click that link and go to our profile picture here on the show. So without further ado, I'm about to show two graphics on the screen. One is Week 10, and one is the overall standings. So let's go to Week 10. And Matt, take a round of applause. 10 in 3 weeks, baby. Absolutely nice, killed it. And the crown emoji is yours, my friend. Wonderful placement. 10 and 3, top billing in the week. Intern Ed right behind you at 9 and 4, 1 game back. Manchild 3 games back you, Matt, but 2 games back of Intern Ed in week 10 at 7 and 6. Everyone else was below 500. That is Joe Bordo at 6 and 7. Boy Green at 5 and 8. PFF at 5 and 8. But the fans, I mentioned it. Last place. Wop, wop, wop. Back-to-back weeks, they were 3 and 10 and 4 and 9. Ugh, disgusting. So we'll see if they can step up to the plate and show some signs of dignity and pride in their picks, because it's been hard to see this season. Yeah.
Oof.
Made up some ground. Needed to make up some ground last week. It was moving day at the Lombardo abode last weekend, it seems.
Which I can
respect.
respect.
About 3 weeks of moving day is what we really need. All right, let's see the overall, Boy Green. I know.
And here it is. Intern Ed is on top, and look at this. He is the first guy above 500 in our standings. 71 and 68. 3 games above 500 is Intern Ed. Joe Bardo in second place at 67 and 72. He's 4 games back of Ed there at the top. Manchow right behind, a game back of Joe Bartle, and then now 5 games back of Intern Ed. So he's starting to separate from old Lurch, and Lurch and Ed had a little bit of a bet before the season, so we'll see how that continues to progress. Matt Lombardo, you took yourself out of the basement, 63 and 76, closer to respectability, but 3 crap emojis down there. It's me, and then the fans, and then PFF. Some people would say, don't you guys all have the same record, so why are you higher? I don't know. I don't make the graphics. It's it's one of our people off sites that makes these, but I respect it nonetheless. We're on the bottom, 58 and 81. It's been tough.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all. All right, you ready, gentlemen? Here we go, and we start in Spain.
Wait, whoa. Before we start, I have to get the scrolling ticker, and I want to give a shout out to Matt because I made a special change just for you. Yeah. We now have emojis. Intern Ed is the crown emoji there on the bottom, and Matt, you don't have the crap emoji. That belongs to Boy Green, the fans, and, of course, PFF. So we'll be constantly reminded of our overall standing. So if you guys are out there at home and didn't remember what I just showed on the graphic, it will continue to scroll throughout the entire broadcast. So there you go.
All right, let's start in Spain, my friends.
Sure.
Where the Miami Dolphins are traveling overseas to take on the Washington Commanders. 2.5 points here is the spread. Miami favored? Yes, Miami is favored. Who wants to start this one? Boy Green, why don't you kick it off here?
Intern Ed, Miami. Joe Bartle, Miami. Dalton Wasserman, Miami. Hey, Miami just blew the barn doors off of Buffalo, so I can understand the love that's being thrown in their direction. What say you, Matt Lombardo?
Leave both of these teams over there in Madrid, okay? Just leave them over there. They can form the league that Ted Lasso could coach if he wasn't forced into coaching soccer. Neither of these teams are any good. I don't trust Marcus Mariota. I don't trust the Commanders. They got the doors blown off by the Lions last week. Might be a letdown situation for the Dolphins, but that would be one hell of a letdown. Give me Miami here.
Lurch?
BG?
Lurch?
BG?
Lurch?
Well, you're not going to get your own lone wolf because I am taking the Commanders. I hate them both, too. I'm with Matt. I mean, this is like throw a coin up in the air and who the heck knows. But if the Commanders are ever going to show up, this has got to be the week that they show up for something. So I like the 2.5. I'm going to take the Commanders because I just can't take Miami and give points to anybody. So no chance. I'm taking the Commanders.
I have Miami written on the sheet, and the possibility of getting the lone wolf may have been enough to push me over, but that's not available, so you can have it to yourself, Lurch. Let it rain.
All right, you're going to leave me lone wolf on the Washington Commanders. Hur, hur, hur! All right.
Okay, all yours.
I have not had a lone wolf in quite a while.
Okay, it sounded like that was sort of like one of those howls that have been building for some time.
Yeah,
I'm glad you let it out there. Nice.
All right, up next, it's my Giants at home. New coach in place, or interim, we might say. New quarterback in place. Give me some Jameis. I love it. Against the Green Bay Packers and a bonus 7 if you like the Giants. I love the Giants in this spot. I love their new moxie. I love their new quarterback. I love their home for this game. I love the whole camaraderie thing, and I just don't like the way the Green Bay Packers are playing football right now. I think the Giants, as Joe Bartle said, might win this game outright, but I will definitely take the 7. Give me the Giants plus the 7. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, Jordan Love has been quietly, really dominant from the pocket, even though the Packers offense has not been. You can check that out in the mailbag at Between the Hash Marks today with insight from a league executive. That being said, that offense was just stuck, forget neutral, almost in reverse on Monday night against the Eagles in that 10-7 loss. They just can't seem to get out of their own way. They can't seem to get healthy along the offensive line. Bad week to be banged up front against that Giants pass rush, against the Giants team that could rally around Brian Daboll's dismissal and famous Jameis Winston. I'm with you, Lurch. Give me the Giants. I'm not quite ready to go outright, but I think they easily cover the 7.
All right, likes the Giants. Boy Green?
Dalton Wasserman, Giants. Joe Bartle, Giants.
Wow.
Intern Ed,
not good.
Packers. But he can have the lone wolf. I'm taking the New York Giants.
Okay.
So you can do it for
Ed
him,
on a lone wolf.
See, I want you can be our lone wolf.
He's got to warm it up. He's got to warm 100%. Up the howl.
Yeah, he hasn't done it a lot, so trying to give him some experience today.
Okay. It's like the moon isn't quite above the horizon yet. He's still trying to summon it to rise as the wolf.
Perhaps. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
All right, up next we go to Buffalo, where the Bills looking to try and get rolling here, and they'll take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bills, of course, coming off that big upset to Miami and back home, and a very competitive game. Tampa may get some guys back. Bucky Irving, very uncertain at this point, but they will have Baker Mayfield. And this should be a competitive game. 5.5 points, though, Vegas is given to the Bucs if you dare to take them. Boy Green, why don't you touch this one first?
Dalton Wasserman, Bucs. Joe Bartle, Bucs. Intern Ed, Buffalo is a resident Bills fan. Maybe the Bills win, but 5.5. How does Buffalo deserve to be a 5.5 point favorite after what just happened in Miami? So I'll take Tampa Bay and the points. Thank you very much.
Matt, what do you think?
It's simple here. Tampa's too good to be getting 5.5. It's just too big a number for me. Can you give me the Bucs?
Boy, I'm really on the fence on this one. And if I don't get off it, Ed's going to get a lone wolf on Buffalo.
On Buffalo.
Do I let him do a lone wolf on Buffalo? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say the Bills bounce back. I don't like it. I don't like the points either. I'm kind of with you guys, but I'm against you guys. Technically, I'm going to stick with the Bills here to get a bounce back win, mostly because they're at home. All right, and that maybe that home crowd after that very disappointing game, they will have, the coach will have their attention, their focus here. The details will be in place for the Buffalo Bills. All right, up next we go to Pittsburgh, and we've seen this matchup earlier this season. A big-time division rival, the Bengals. Okay, still no Joe Burrow, but it is Joe Flacco, the quarterback that Mike Tomlin hates to face. And the first time, they hated facing him as Flacco and the boys took down the Steelers. But this one's back in Pittsburgh, and as a result, Vegas says, hey, make it 5.5 points. Matt, why don't you take this one first? What do you think?
Yeah, I watched that game on Sunday night, right? I saw Aaron Rodgers age about 3 years in 7 days. Dude does not look mobile, does not look like he wants to be there. The wheels are falling off, kind of like we saw them fall off for Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh last year. There's all this speculation that Joe Burrow could be back in a few weeks. I think it buoys the Bengals. Give me Cincinnati. Getting points against Aaron Rodgers, are you kidding me? I will take all of them. Give me Cincinnati.
All right, 5.5. He'll take it. What do the experts say, Boyd Reed?
Yeah, let's go to the experts first. Dalton Wasserman, Cincinnati. Joe Bartle, Cincinnati. Intern Ed, Cincinnati. Where are you at, Lurch?
I am really on the fence on this one. This is one of 2 games I didn't have circled, including a game in Spain. And I got to put a circle on it now, but I got a little hash mark next to the Steelers. Oh, I shouldn't do it. They're home. Oh, I hate taking Rodgers in this situation. No, I won't do it. Cincinnati. I'm going with Cincinnati. I'm sticking with Lombardo. Cincinnati for the man-child. I am really on the fence in that game, as you can tell. Oh.
Well, I have Cincinnati written, but the only way to eat an elephant is by flipping it, baby. I'm switching. Give me the switch key. I'm jumping over to Pittsburgh. Give me Steelers. They're not going to let this happen in back-to-back games. Let's switch over to Pittsburgh.
All right, 4 games picked, 3 of them lone wolves already. You can see where this is all going. All right, let's continue. Game number 5, the Tennessee Titans at home, getting 7 points from the Houston Texans. A little bit of a mess in both places. The Texans far less of a mess, certainly, than the Titans. But the Titans are at home for this one. BG, why don't you take this one first? Messy game. Ugh. Well, what? He's just looking at it.
Sorry,
it
so
smells. Just thinks. It's disgusting.
Gross. Yeah,
got to pick somebody. This is why every game is difficult, because we got to pick games like this.
Gross. Dalton Wasserman, Texans. Joe Bartle, Texans. Intern Ed, Texans. Matt Lombardo?
Did you guys see what Houston did to Jacksonville in the fourth quarter last week? I mean, that defense is menacing. It's swarming. It could be Lurch at quarterback. It doesn't matter. And the Titans stink. Titans are terrible. Let's just call it for what it is. They might be in the quarterback market, right? I mean, Cam Ward hasn't shown enough. I say that half facetiously, but it's been rough going for Cam Ward in that offense. It could be a 10-point line, and I'm still taking Houston.
Lurch?
What about the fact that they had the bye? Does that sway anybody at all? It's kind of swaying me. This game, this is one of those games where I look at the sheet and I'm like, this is insane. The Titans stink. And the Texans look like gangbusters last week, particularly with the backup quarterback finding his way late in that game, which is exactly why I'm taking the Titans. I just don't believe it's for real. I'm taking the Titans at home with the 7, as bad as they stink. That's it.
I'm going to have to block the lone wolf and take the Music City Miracle themselves.
All right, agreed. Outboard with the bravo. I like it. No howling on that one. Could have been another.
Not necessary.
Woo. All right, up next, we go to Minnesota, where the Bears are taking on the Vikings. And the Bears are, can you flip that on the screen there, Boyd Green? The Bears are 3-point underdogs to the Minnesota Vikings. So you can have Bears on the road +3. And I will say thank you, sir. May I have another? I will take the Bears plus the 3. Love them. Like the way the Bears are playing football right now. Think they can get another win here. I like their running game. I like what Caleb Williams is doing, getting loose and creating some extra time. And I just don't like what lately I've seen from the Vikings other than Aaron Jones looking pretty good. I'm going to take the Bears plus the 3. Matt, what do you think?
Bears have won 5 of 6. Caleb Williams has 4 fourth-quarter comebacks so far. He put that team on his back last week against the Giants. I just don't know what J.J. McCarthy is. The Ravens played bully ball against him, made him look foolish. Aaron Jones isn't enough to save that offense. I think we're approaching a Justin Jefferson having an A.J. Brown level meltdown with this quarterback situation. The Bears make it happen. I like the Bears, and I like them winning this one outright.
Dalton Wasserman, da Bears. Joe Bartle, da Bears. Internet, Minnesota, the Purple People Eaters.
Agree.
Do you block the wolf?
I blocked the wolf. Skull! I'm taking the Vikings, baby. They're at home.
No wolf for Ed. Boyd Green getting over there with them. All right, one more before we take a break here. Atlanta and Carolina. You're talking about two teams I can't figure out. I have no clue in this game. Atlanta is at home. They're given 3.5 points to Carolina. Bryce Young was looking good for a little while. Now it's, the roses off the bloom again. I don't know. Carolina, sometimes their defense is pretty good. Sometimes it's not. And the Falcons, I never know what to expect from the Falcons. I might as well just flip a coin, see where it lands, and pick a team. I'm just going to take Atlanta because they're home. I'll give the 3.5 and take the Falcons. Boy Green, what do you think?
Yeah, and again, remember, we saw this matchup earlier this season. The Panthers won 30-0. And so it's a hard game to judge, certainly. Let me go to the experts first so I can buy myself some more time. Intern Ed, Atlanta. Joe Bartle, Atlanta. Dalton Wasserman, Carolina. Matt, would you like to jump in?
Sure, I'll jump in here. I'm going to defer to the co-host of the Between the Hash Marks podcast, Mike Tanier, finally back from his Greyhound bus ride from hell. The first commandment is thou shalt never bet the Falcons. I'm going to follow that here. I am taking the Fighting Rico Dowdles to do enough to beat a team who just doesn't seem to have an identity. Give me the Panthers.
They don't have an identity. You're right about that. Boy Green, which way you going?
I'll take the Dirty Birds, I guess. I don't
with
feel
the
right about
Birds at
that.
home.
And I want to apologize to Mike Tanier for going against his very cardinal rule.
Yes, we should have followed the cardinal rule. All right, when we return, Chargers at Jacksonville, and a big one, the Rams hosting the Seahawks. We'll have all that when we return. But first, a word from a couple of our sponsors. Be right back.
When you don't want to pay full price for sporting goods, and who does, then there's only one place to go in Syracuse. Play It Again Sports. With both new and gently used gear, Play It Again has prices way less than regular retail stores. Another unique aspect of this awesome sporting goods store is that they will give you money for that quality sports gear collecting dust in your basement, attic, or garage. No appointment necessary, just bring it into the store. Play It Again Sports in the DeWitt Town Center on Erie Boulevard right next to Crunch Fitness. Don't spend more, play it again. PlayItAgainSportsSyracuse.com.
Considering that we sleep nearly 1/3 of our lives, buying the right mattress is essential. At Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofa Outlet, you'll get a unique experience, one that saves you 30 to 70% off retail prices on top-of-the-line mattresses like Sapphire Sleep. At Box Drop, you'll schedule a mattress fitting appointment and get one-on-one service directly with Paul, the owner. No middleman. Family-owned, huge savings, no-pressure sales designed to save you time and money. And now Box Drop Syracuse has sectional sofas and love seats as well, with prices designed to fit your budget. Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofas. Set up your appointment today at boxdropsyracuse.com. All right, we are back. It's our NFL football picks. The autumn win back in order. Matt Lombardo, you see him there to my right. Boy Green, Paul Esden Jr. there to my left. And it is the man-child Jim Lurch. Our YouTube channel, The Man-Child Show with Boy Green Digital. Pop us a little subscribe right now. We'd love for you to become part of our growing community. You can win yourself a $400 golf club, courtesy of our friends at Play It Again Sports. I'll give you a quick peek at it. Boy Green's got me full screen here. Here she blows! A beautiful Cleveland High-Bore XL driver. Look at that baby head cover on it. And if you want to see, never been hit, still in the plastic, fabulous. All right? So you can give it to your dad, your grandpa, or anybody else in your family that plays golf, or just keep it for yourself. All you have to do to get in the little lottery is to be a subscriber. Just hit that subscribe button. You see the link right there, youtube.com/MCShowDigital. All right, gentlemen, let's start the next wave here in Jacksonville, where the Jaguars and the Chargers will do battle, and this one a 3-point spread. You can get 3 if you like the Jaguars. Want to take this one first, Matt? What do you think?
I don't like the Jaguars. I do not like them, Sam I am. I will not eat them in a box. I will not eat them with a fox. I will not eat them on Fox. The Chargers, on the other hand, they're okay. They figured out how to win without their 2 tackles, and the Jaguars don't have Brian Thomas. They don't have Travis Hunter. They don't have much of a chance to win. Give me Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
All right, he'll give the 3. Take Herbert and the Chargers. What about the experts, Boy Green?
Intern Ed, Chargers. Joe Bartle, Jaguars. Dalton Wasserman, Chargers. Oh, boy. The Chargers are a hard one to figure. Their offensive tackles are both...
One of my worst teams in the last 5 years of the Chargers.
Yeah.
I can never get a beat on them.
They can't protect them, but then against Pittsburgh, they suddenly could protect them. The Jaguars look like trash, and then they're good, and then they're bad, and then they're bad again. I'll go Jacksonville. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore.
That was like worse than a flip of a coin. That was like just give me a team as the longer name. I'm going to take Jacksonville as well. I think the Jaguars, with the 3 points, I feel comfortable. I am worried about that Chargers offensive line. So if Jacksonville can just muster a little bit of a pass rush, perhaps a turnover decides this one. Very tough game to pick. I don't like it. If I had to gamble, I would not touch either one of these teams in this game. All right, up next, the Rams and Seattle. This one looks like a good one, fellas. The Rams are at home. They are 3-point favorites over the Seahawks. We have seen what Sam Darnold, MVP candidate, is doing, what JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba, has been doing every single week. And we see what the other MVP candidate has been doing, quarterback of the Rams as well, Matthew Stafford, and Puka Nacua getting back to good health as well. This is a tough one to pick. It's in L.A. in that beautiful palace. 3 points on the line. Boy Green, let's start with the experts of this.
And by the way, both 7-2, incredible records too. I mean, it's spectacular.
A lot on the line.
For sure, definitely so. Dalt Wasserman has the Rams. Joe Bartle has the Rams, and intern Ed has the Rams as well. Matt?
Yeah, this is an NFC Championship game preview. I'm just going to say these are the two best teams in the NFC. The two of the better quarterbacks. I look at what Sam Darnold is doing, and I'm a little bit worried that the Rams could do to Darnold what they did to him in the playoffs last year, which was when the glass slipper broke for his Cinderella season. But I just think you bring in a guy like Rashid Shaheed. You didn't get the full glimpse of it last week. The defense is flying to the football. I'm taking Seattle, but I'm only taking them because they're getting points. These are two great teams, evenly matched. I'll take the Seahawks here.
I think Sam Darnold has marked this one on his calendar. I think Sam Darnold is going to be motivated. I think Sam Darnold is going to win. I don't even need the 3. Give me Seattle beating the Rams in L.A. Boy Green?
Wow. Manchild does not need the 3. Official. Okay.
Well, I'm taking them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't think you need.
Well, come on. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have, and we're all picking Seattle. Let's go Seahawks.
All right. Well, everybody on the screen taking the Seahawks, but not everybody not on the screen. All right. Let's go to Arizona next, where the Cardinals, 2.5-point home team underdogs against the San Francisco 49ers. Again, switch that on the screen, BG. So let's take a look at that one. Arizona home, but obviously all of the problems down there in Arizona. San Francisco starting to show it's a bit human as well. So tough one to pick in terms of how both teams have been playing. What do you think, BG?
Yeah, and a quick nugget. Brock Purdy expected to make his return from the starting lineup. Whether that's good or bad, depending on your picking, is up to you out there in the universe.
Matt Jones has been solid. He's been solid.
Yeah, right. So there could be some quarterback controversy. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm going to ride with the Brock Purdy's, and I think 49ers are going to be pretty good, and hopefully pretty good enough to cover 2.5. So give me San Francisco. Let's go to the experts. Dalt Wasserman, 49ers. Joe Bartle, 49ers. Intern Ed, 49ers.
Oh, boy. I'll go first, Matt. Give you the opportunity. I mean, I don't know. I have 49ers circled on my sheet, and I'm sticking with it. There's just no way I'm taking Arizona. 49ers, okay? That's it. 49ers.
I think I'm going to make a sign that I'm going to unfurl like this in front of my face every time Arizona comes up on this board. The Cardinals are not a serious NFL franchise. We're just going to keep unfurling this every week. They deserve to fire the coach. They didn't show up in Seattle last week. They're not going to be able to overcome Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy's return this week. They might be getting Ricky Pearsall back as well. I think this gets ugly. Games in Arizona, am I correct on that?
Yes.
The fans might lose their minds if this goes as badly as I think it will. Give me San Francisco here.
All right, San Francisco for Matt Lombardo. So that is in everyone on the game, no lone wolf thing. Boy Green, you got to switch it now. It's too late. All right.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to. I
tried that last week. It didn't work out.
It was like that game in Cincinnati earlier this year when I switched, and I was like, what was I thinking? Yeah, let's not do that with Arizona. All right, up next we go to Cleveland, where the Browns host the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens starting to get closer here within a game now of the Steelers. My goodness, how could it be? I'll tell you what, though, gentlemen, a little fact. I don't know if you've looked this up or not, but 3 of the last 4 times the Browns have beaten the Ravens in Cleveland. So they have given them some problems, and you get a bonus 8 points if you dare. Matt Lombardo, do you dare?
Yeah, the Ravens are going to win the AFC North. I mean, this is done. I've seen enough. I've gone from burying them in week 5 or 6 because of all the injuries to them getting healthy. Lamar Jackson playing like Lamar again. That defense flummoxed and fleeced J.J. McCarthy all afternoon last week. Browns cover. Give me Cleveland.
Okay, but he's still taking the Browns in the 8. BG, what do you think?
Yeah, here's my thing. So, Lurch, you just mentioned, hey, don't know if you guys do, but Browns have beaten the Baltimore 3 last 5. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I look at the losses that the Browns have incurred when they haven't won, and they've lost by an average of 21 points. So the little Jekyll and Hyde action here, that part sort of scares me. But I appreciate, just want to throw another one of those fun facts out there into the universe. Let me go to the experts first here on the program. Dalton Wasserman, Browns. Joe Bartle, Ravens. Intern Ed, Ravens. 8 points is a lot of points, but those blowout losses, and I'm seeing one in my head right now of Lamar Jackson throwing 5 touchdown passes, scares the heck out of me. So sorry, Dylan Gabriel. I think not. I'll take Baltimore.
Yeah, I want to take Cleveland. I really do, but I'm going to take
Then take him.
Don't
take him.
I hate the spread. This spread should be bigger. It should be 10.5, 11.5.
Ooh, that's probably a sign for
I don't
Vegas.
think 8 is enough. All right?
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
not enough. I'm going with the Ravens minus the 8.
Tried to push him into
That's okay. I'll make it another game on them in the standings. So that's all.
Maybe that's when you tease it up and take the Browns. Tease it up to 10.5 and then take the Browns. All right, let's continue down the slate here, and this is another big one out in Denver, and a lot at stake here. The Broncos currently in first place in that division, taking on the Chiefs, who are trying to run them down. In Denver, Mile High City, 3.5-point underdogs. You get a home team underdog with the Denver Broncos. A lot of people scratching their head, not understanding this spread. Boy Green, you're shaking your head. Do you understand it, and who you taking?
I don't. And again, maybe Vegas is saying, come on, Paul. You want to do it? You want to do it? Take it. You want to take it? And maybe I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. But I'm taking the friggin' Broncos. They're in first place. They're 8-2. And at worst, this could be a field goal game. I've seen some of these crazy Broncos-Chiefs games over the last couple of years with blocked field goals and all kinds of wildness. If I'm getting the plus money there for the team that's at home, the team that's in first place, all right, Vegas, you want to give it to me? I'm taking it. Swipe.
All right, what do the experts say?
Oh, yeah, let's get to the experts. Dalton Wasserman, Denver. Joe Bartle, Chiefs. And intern at Denver.
Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, let's think back to, I think it was week 4 or 5 in Philly. A fourth quarter comeback by the Broncos. Sean Payton told the bus driver, hey, we're flying to London tomorrow. Let's go into Center City, blare the horns. This is personal for me. It's a signature win. If you think he had that game circled, imagine taking your first place team off the mini bye against the Chiefs at home with the chance to get not just a pound of flesh, but validation. I love the Broncos in this spot. I think that the defense swarms around Patrick Mahomes in a similar way that the Buffalo Bills were able to a couple weeks ago, force a couple turnovers, turn this game on its ear. I like the Broncos, and I like Denver outright to win the game.
So need the 3.5. Good grief. It's funny, Matt and I feel exactly opposite in this game. And the opposite is this. I just simply don't trust Bo Nix in a big spot. And I simply do trust Patrick Mahomes in a big spot. And I think Vegas knows something, and they always know something. I couldn't believe when I saw it, and it was 3.5 points. I mean, it could have been 3.5 the other way, and I wouldn't have been surprised. And it's flipped, and it's the wrong way, and it's upside down, and it's backwards, and that's exactly when you go with Vegas and you don't go against Vegas, which is why I'm taking the Chiefs. Mahomes has an epic performance. Nix throws 2 picks. Chiefs win. Much more than the 3.5. Okay? Much more than the 3.5. All right, Sunday Night Football, gentlemen. Philadelphia and Detroit. For me, this was the easiest game to pick of the week. I will not hide it. 2.5 points to the Lions. Philadelphia is indeed at home. I will not mince words here. I just don't like the way the Eagles look right now. I don't like the social media account currently of A.J. Brown. I just don't think the Eagles are together. And I think the Lions are very much together. I think the Lions very much want to pound some flesh in Philadelphia and make a statement. Dan Campbell's calling plays now. He's going to be, taking biting people's kneecaps. I just see this as a kneecap Lions game. Give me the Lions. I'll take the points gladly. I won't need them.
All right, let's go to former Eagles beat reporter Matt Lombardo on the scene. Matt?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Lurch here. There's something flawed about that Eagles offense. The defense is playing great, but I look at what the Lions did to the shell of the Commanders last week, and they just ran them out of their own building. Jahmyr Gibbs makes history, runs into the record book. Jameson Williams looks like an actual weapon. I think there's just too much physicality. There's too much explosiveness. There's too much firepower. I love the Lions here. I think the Lions win the game. I think they get the type of win where people will say, hey, it wasn't just the shell of the Commanders. This is what Detroit is, and they did it on the road. They did it to the Super Bowl champs. Yeah, give me Detroit here.
Intern Ed, Detroit. Joe Bartle, Detroit. Dalton Wasserman, Detroit Rock City.
Everybody on Detroit.
Well,
Boy Green still sitting. Good to do, buddy.
I have Detroit written on the sheet, but I'll take the lone ones when I can get them. You guys are overrating it. Hey, social media. Eagles are winning games, baby. Right. They're the winners. Winners write history. They're the defending Super Bowl champions. I love the Eagles, despite the fact I had Detroit written on my sheet 5 seconds ago. Yeah.
You don't. You just love the fact that Will are on the Lions. All right. Darn it. I was not hoping that we were all on the Lions. It's almost like a jinx. All right. Finally, gentlemen, Monday Night Football, this one in Las Vegas, Sin City. And it is the Cowboys. Anybody want to try to figure them out? Against the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Cowboys giving 3.5 points to the Raiders. Again, this is a scratch-your-head spread. I don't know where to go with this. Matt, you got any ideas?
Yeah, the Cowboys are the get-right team for the rest of the NFL. At least the defense is. And Ashton Jeanty needs to get right. It looked like a generational prospect coming out of Boise State. Hasn't quite lived up to it. I think Ashton Jeanty busts out, rushes for 150 and 2 scores. The Raiders getting points at home against that dog slop defense? They give me the Raiders.
All right. BG, what do you think?
Hey, buddy, Quinnen Williams is making his debut, baby! How about them Cowboys? Although it would behoove the Jets for the Raiders to win and increase the draft position the Jets would be receiving in 2026. But I'll take Dallas. All right, let's jump over to the experts. Intern Ed, Cowboys. Joe Bartle, Cowboys. Don't Wasserman, Cowboys.
I'm with Matt. I'm taking Vegas. I love the 3.5. I love Vegas. I don't like the Cowboys at all. No yeehaw for me, baby.
By the way,
gentlemen, go ahead. That is our NFL picks for week number 11. What were you going to say, BG?
Just a nugget, because I was speaking to Cowboys insiders this week for a piece I was doing for Quinnen Williams, and they said this is the first time Dallas has ever played in Vegas because of how all the different scheduling has worked. So, hey, first time. We'll see what happens.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And it's going to be a Cowboys beatdown by the Raiders and Ashton Jeanty. I like it. All right, for Matt Lombardo, Boy Green, it's the Man-Child signing off. Everybody get in there. Make your picks while you can over the next 24 hours, all right, on our Instagram account. All right, we'll see you next time. Good luck.